Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi on this bittersweet day. Bittersweet
It
day.
is a bittersweet
yes,
day.
you're going on to bigger and better things, but we're all going to be sadly left behind.
It is really sad. It's hard to leave my family.
We'll have to go and visit you in Miami.
Yes. Headed down south.
Yeah, John and I are going to take a road trip.
Yeah. Yes. You can join you on a road trip.
He'll bring his Friday
Keep
dance
those
to
discos
Miami.
hopping. What?
The disco's hopping. Oh,
John's going to bring his Friday dance to the discos in Miami.
Yes, well, we're on Little Friday today, which is my favorite. I walked outside, and it's already starting to feel
beautiful.
cool. It's like a gift to me.
Yeah,
I love
it is. It's really nice. Let me tell you, you haven't seen heat and humidity till you've been to Miami in the summer.
This is so true. So I'm going to soak this in while I can.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be pretty nice here today. This is kind of the last day and a half of the really warm temperatures, well above average. Hit 5 degrees above average yesterday, and today we'll probably do exactly the same thing. Rain chances, they're probably not all that high in our neck of the woods. Over on the other coast, there'll be some scattered showers around. They've had some kind of drizzly weather there for almost 2 weeks now. It's been rough going over on the East Coast, but for us, everything looks pretty nice, right on track for a sunny day and daytime highs to top out near the 90-degree mark. Cold front's on its way, though. We'll talk all about that in just a few.
Thank you, John. You just got tired of saying 91, didn't you? All right, taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Wow, everything is looking good in Manatee County, moving along at a rapid clip with not too much cars on the road, not too much volume, and no accidents or delays there. And as you head down into Sarasota County, main roadways are looking good this morning thus far, and so are Fruitville, Clark, and Bee Ridge if you're heading out to 75.
Well, top in our news this morning, we're getting a look at Sarasota's new superintendent's plan for the future.
And with the school board deciding to hire an internal candidate for the top job, he's already got a little experience with the area. So Todd Bowden will take on his new duties in just about 5 months. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo tells us how Bowden has some big ideas.
It was just last month, Suncoast Technical College Director Dr. Todd Bowden gave Florida Lieutenant Governor a tour of his school. But starting March 1st, Bowden will have a new title, a title that board member Frank Kovach is happy with.
I think we made the right choice, and I look forward to him running the school district.
A few of his students as well.
I feel here with what he's done with this school, he's been very well organized and very well scheduled.
I speak for most of everyone here. I am happy for him that he got this new position.
The board's motion passed 4-1, with Chair Shirley Brown being the dissenting vote. Despite her dissent, Brown made a motion to make the vote unanimous as an act of solidarity. But her initial vote was for Brennan Asplin III, the superintendent for student services in St. Johns County.
To be able to have the academic assistant superintendent from the #1 district in the state to come to Sarasota would have been wonderful.
Sarasota Classified Teachers Association President Pat Gardner agreed. She's extremely unhappy with the choice, saying the other candidates are more experienced. Also saying, I don't believe they ever had any intention of picking someone other than Bowden all along. They wasted everyone's time and turned their backs on Sarasota's teachers and students. With nearly 10 years with the district and a PhD in education, Bowden says he will learn from current superintendent Lori White, but already has plans for the district once he takes office.
But I firmly believe that elementary education is the foundation of our school district. We have a model that we've worked out at Alta Vista, and it's time to get that into all of our Title I elementary schools.
Bowden saying it's all about rallying the troops not only within the district, but the community as well.
It's in community organizations, it's with our foundations, it's with our private citizens, and to marshal that energy so that we know we're doing right by all of our students, that's a skill set that I've built over the years and something that I certainly will be leaning on as superintendent.
Dwayne Lindo, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Bowden will also be joining us in the studio this morning in the 6 a.m. hour of Good Morning Suncoast, so stay tuned as he goes one-on-one with us, talk about his ideas and where he's headed and where the school district is headed as well. Now an update on the accuracy of voting equipment in both Sarasota and Manatee counties. Both areas' supervisors of elections say their equipment is ready to go. Each county has now held the required public meeting to test their voting machines in front of everybody. Officials and locals gathered to comment any concerns there would be in any election rigging here on the Suncoast.
Whatever process we use in the real election, we're just duplicating that. And so technology is different, but it's really not much different.
On Trump's comments, the election rigged, it is absolutely rigged. okay? We rig it to make sure that the results are done correctly.
All 67 counties in Florida also tested their machines before early voting. They check the serial numbers, make sure that they actually have to unseal them, and they make sure that not one vote is already on the machine. So not even one vote is going to be miscounted.
Happening today, Bradenton voters can come out and meet the 3 candidates running for a seat in their district. Matt Bauer, Stephen Johnson, and Dave Zacchino will all be at the event, with ABC7's own Alan Cohn moderating the discussion. The meeting is aimed at bringing the community together to get to know all of the candidates more personally and have a chance to hear their plans as they impact the area. The event starts at 7 p.m. tonight at the IMG Country Club in Bradenton. And new details in the Manatee Chamber of Commerce's flight to Peru. A meeting today is being held to discuss the available packages offering a unique flight and travel experience to give everyone an opportunity to join the chamber on its trip to Peru this coming spring. The cost of the 9-day trip is around $3,100 per person, which includes flights out of Tampa International Airport, meals, and hotel stays. More details will be discussed at the meeting, which is set to start at 5:45 tonight at the Chamber's office in Bradenton.
Now, see, you're leaving too soon. We were going to do a Good Morning Suncoast remote show from Machu Picchu.
We weren't, but that would have been amazing.
Yeah, Machu Picchu, we're going, man.
You go to that meeting tonight. Well, happening today as well, a huge upgrade for a popular Suncoast park, Wellfield Park in Venice, now the first outdoor field in Sarasota County that has LED lighting.
It was already a special park to begin with, plus more improvements are on the way as ABC7's Christopher Brantley shows us what's in store.
As we approach the end of daylight savings time, the youth soccer teams that play on this field will no longer have to battle with the setting sun.
We put in the first installation of LED lights for a soccer field in Sarasota County.
This is the only field at Wellfield that, when it was built, did not have lights. It is, however, a key field.
That field, when it was built, they just didn't have enough money to put lights on it, so they had some temporary ones, but they didn't light the field very well.
To the tune of $266,000, the city of Venice added these new lights. They're more expensive than their incandescent siblings, but Public Works Director John Veneziano says they'll pay off in lower electric bills. And that's not the only work being done at Wellfield.
Building 2 additional croquet courts to expand the croquet facilities.
Our courts are becoming very well known in the croquet world for being very nice lawns.
Jackie Jones is the Croquet Club's past president. She's also one of the top female players in the country. She says the sport is actually growing. Their club has over 200 members.
We can only accommodate 48 people at a time, so that means half the group is sitting out while one game is played, and it makes for a very long afternoon.
With the extra lawns, they'll be able to hold larger tournaments. Jones tells us people have come from all over the world to play here. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
And we don't have to wait for the LED lights. Tonight, the park will host a lighting ceremony. It'll be the opening for the community. It starts at 7:30, so get out there early because you're going to need a good seat for the big lighting. And taking a moment to honor some leaders in our community, as Goodwill Manitoba is hosting their Ambassador of the Year Awards tonight. This year, the event's honorees include local organizations, iHeartMedia, SunTrust, and the Jewish Family and Children's Service, as well as some individuals, Danny Bilyeu, Gloria Moss, and Bienvenido Rafael Acosta Jr. Goodwill Minnesota will be handing out the awards tonight, starting at 6 p.m. at Michael's on East. And also happening today, a new research library is celebrating its opening. The ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Elling-Ide Center Research Library and Preserve will take place at 10:30 this morning. The new building houses one of the largest private collections of East Asian literature in the U.S. Also, the new reserve features 72 acres to enjoy on Little Sarasota Bay.
Today is National Get Smart About Credit Day, a time to help younger people build up a healthy credit score. The American Bankers Association started this event as a day for bankers to help counsel students on good spending habits. And it's a good time for everyone to review how they use credit and spread tips on successful credit use. A few good subjects to bring up with the younger generation in your life: how they can check their credit online, and what is a good score to strive for, plus what annual percentage rates are, how to find them, and which numbers are ideal. And of course, we want to hear from you. Let us know on Facebook. What is the best advice that you've ever been given about building a good credit score?
This is actually news to me. You have to pay those bills after you charge? Oh.
That's a great idea, though. I don't think students get enough, like, what do you want to say, real-world experience, as they have to head off into college and, make their own way.
Staying on top of it, it's good. Yeah, I like this.
Mm-hmm. Showers in the forecast, not so much today, but perhaps tomorrow night there might be because of a cold front. We love this cold front
But
thing.
as long as the weekend's going to be good, I know.
You got my word.
Friday night, no.
Oh, no, it's not going to be like that. Yeah, it won't be a rain out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no rain outs. No.
Make me nervous.
Talk about the forecast in a second.
Also coming up, while others look for a chill in the air to know fall is starting on the Suncoast, well, we look for the pumpkins because it's still warm. We'll show you where to find the best ones. Coming up.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing, complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperatures coming in at 70 degrees with a dew point of 63. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful afternoon for us. We'll have relatively low humidities. I mean, 63 is certainly not bad. Can't complain about that. And a lot of starry skies out there. Our dew points have already started to fall just a little bit, but by the time we head into the weekend, they will have plunged into the 50s, lower 50s even. 66 Wauchula, 67 Arcadia, 66 Myakka, 65 Parrish, 65 Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 66, 70s closer to the coastline, Sarasota, Inglewood, Longboat Key, and 69 degrees in Venice with 68 degrees in Northport. The east wind flow continues again today. No changes here. We'll continue to see this east wind provide a little bit of fair weather cloudiness building. I don't think we'll see much in the way of rainfall today. Like yesterday, the air over us is just too dry to support any kind of widespread rainfall. The east wind will pick up a few scattered showers over on the other coast and sling them back in this direction, but they'll tend to die out before ever making it here. There's our cold front, well defined. It's going to bring some much needed rainfall to the Ohio Valley and the Northeast over the course of the next several days. Big drought issues up in the Northeast, and they could certainly use some rainfall, and they will see that as they head into the next 24 hours, and that low pressure area drives up toward the Northeast. A secondary surge of cooler air kind of incorporates with this second front, and we'll watch a low pressure area continue to rise up from areas of the Caribbean. Now, there's been no significant development in this system yet, but the Hurricane Center still has their eye on it. In fact, they've kind of reduced the chances of any kind of tropical development a little bit, but it still bears watching. Still, if it does develop, there's no change in the philosophy that its impact on the weather of the state of Florida would be very minimal. So that occurs, and a frontal boundary then approaches the state of Florida tomorrow. By tomorrow night, it will actually make it through our area. May bring a slight chance at a sprinkle or a shower as it does that late Friday night toward dawn Saturday. And then when you wake up Saturday morning, things are going to be much different. Cooler temperatures, a little bit, not a blast of cold air, but cooler temperatures and a lot lower humidity. It's going to feel crisp outside all through the weekend. Be nice. Mostly sunny, still dry. Another warm afternoon for today. As we hit 90 yesterday, 5 degrees above the average, we'll probably do that again this afternoon. You see the showers mostly in the southern tip of the state today kind of have a tough time making it across the state. They basically just fall apart. That's what they did yesterday. That's what they'll do again today. The drier air in place across the viewing area. So the forecast for us is shaping up like this. We'll look for a northeast wind to be rather breezy with the combination of the approaching front, high pressure in between that front, and a low pressure area out in the Atlantic. So northeast at about 10 to 15 should do it. That'll bring us a moderate chop today on your bay and inland waters. And the forecast looks like this. A couple of warm days, yes. Then cooler weather comes our way. Saturday breezy as the front has come through. And look for overnight lows in the upper 50s and daytime highs in the 70s. And it will be cool and crisp most of the day. Back to you.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic. Good news so far. The Palmetto bridges are looking great. I'm not really seeing any slowdowns there. A little slow on 41 just as you head south from Manatee Ave, but nothing to slow you down too much. Could be just the light there. As far as the interstate, that is clear in both directions. 41 301 also clear into Sarasota. Not seeing any delays or accidents in Sarasota. And as you head into Venice and Northport, those roadways are also free and clear of any delays.
Well, up north, you know it's fall when it's time to put on a jacket. You could smell, you could smell it. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It changes. You never get to really smell that down here. There's some smells, but not fall.
Not fall. Here on the Suncoast, we know that it's fall when the pumpkin fests start rolling out. ABC 7's Linda Carson takes us to the festivals and in the spotlight.
Over the last 25 years, the Hunsader Pumpkin Festival has become a beloved Suncoast tradition.
It's really the closest thing you can get to fall in Florida.
Yes, there are tons of pumpkins here, every shape and size, and there are shows for the whole family.
We have a motocross show, a BMX show, the Wall of Death motorcycles. They go around this cylinder wall. They ride their motorcycles on it. We have a bear show.
There's a hayride and a maze to wander through.
The maze this year, it's 7 acres. It can take up to 45 minutes to get through.
The Pumpkin Festival is also educational.
There's an agri-puppet show that's for kids. It teaches them about agriculture.
And there'll be lots of live music.
There's bluegrass, country. Some of the bands play old 80s, old rock.
There's a whole section of games where the proceeds go to local charities.
Every single year you pay $1 to play a game, and all the money raised goes 100% to a charity. So we have about 10 different charities out there, and over the past 25 years we've raised almost $500,000 for charities in our local area.
And they're really fun games.
You can do bowling. We have a pumpkin pong where you bounce the ball into 3 little baskets. We have putt-putt golf, spin the wheel.
And lots more.
It's like bungee jumping, rock climbing, frog show, face painting.
And a wide variety of food food and craft vendors.
There isn't anything else quite like it. So yeah, it's a really nice event.
And the petting zoo is bigger than ever.
So now we have a camel actually, and we have some lemurs and a couple monkeys, so it's growing for sure.
A real treat for Halloween with no tricks involved.
It's like the biggest type of festival thing that we have in this area, and it's like really fun for families to come out here and spend a full day for only like $20 for adults, and if you have kids then it's like super cheap to come out here and have a fun full day of fall festivities.
Make this a Halloween the whole family will remember. Come to the Hunsingers' 25th Annual Pumpkin Festival. It's this weekend and next, Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 5. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
I love how Linda always goes prepared to her stories. Clearly she was wearing orange. It looked amazing on her, but the pumpkins are orange, so I just love that about her.
She probably had a pumpkin latte spice cappuccino or whatever, a mochaccino
favorite.
or whatever.
See, that's what I forgot to get you, a pumpkin spice latte before I leave.
That would have hurt. That would have hurt, knowing how much I
would never
despise pumpkin-flavored stuff. I love pumpkins, just not pumpkin-flavored stuff.
Don't worry, pumpkins are not still ahead, but still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Giving the gift of speed is now an option this holiday season. We feel the need for speed. Coming up.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
It is now 5:24, and the final presidential debate dominated the chatter on social media. Of course it did.
Yeah, it was Donald, he went off the rails. ABC's Kenneth Gibson and Diane Macedo have the top moments in today's Tech Bites.
Hey there, in today's Tech Bites, the top debate moments filling your social media feeds.
The moment that received the most tweets was Trump discussing his treatment of women.
On Facebook, when Trump and moderator Chris Wallace clashed over his statements on Aleppo.
And according to Google, the most searched question, what is Roe versus Wade?
Tesla says from now on, all of its cars will be outfitted with the technology to make them fully driverless.
But the company says that technology, which includes cameras and sensors, will not be operational until much more testing is done.
But for those who prefer air travel, this sleek rose gold private plane is available for this year's Neiman Marcus holiday catalog.
It has room for a pilot and 3 passengers, comes with 24/7 tech support for 2 years, bargain price, just $1.5 million.
Think they accept layaway?
You can just put it in my stocking.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
I have asthma, one of many pieces in my life.
So when my asthma symptoms kept coming back on my long-term control medicine, I talked to my doctor and found a missing piece in my asthma treatment with Brio.
Once daily Brio prevents asthma symptoms. Brio's for adults with asthma not well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Brio won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Brio opens up airways to help improve breathing for a full 24 hours. Brio contains a type of medicine that increases the risk of death from asthma problems and may increase the risk of hospitalization in children and adolescents. Brio is not for people whose asthma is well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Once your asthma is well controlled, your doctor will decide if you can stop Brio and prescribe a different asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Do not take Brio more than prescribed. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
Ask your doctor if 24-hour Brio could be a missing piece for you. See if you're eligible for 12 months free at mybrio.com.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a brand new 2017 Lexus ES 350 for only $379. Just $379 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Let SWC Properties sell your home today. Take advantage of this great market and sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. SWC Properties gives you the benefit of full-service marketing that sells your home faster with the fewest hassles. There are no hidden fees, and now for a limited time, we'll list your home for 50% off. Wouldn't it feel great to save thousands and feel confident with your move? Give us a call for details or visit swcproperties.com and contact us for free information packet and find out why. It's simple. We just market your home better.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. This hurricane season, turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Sometimes, when the course is difficult and you might take a step where you could fall, it's important to trust and ask for help. That's one of the most important things we learned at Tidewell's Teen Grief Retreat. On your grief journey, there are going to be difficult parts, but you have to trust in yourself and your support systems, and know there are people around who will help you make it through. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
The celebration is heating up and the prices just keep getting better during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of Jeep Grand Cherokees or get big savings on a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Compass for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new Lexus RX 350 for only $419. Just $419 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, Trump and Clinton went head-to-head for their final debate last night. We'll show you the outcome.
And one group of voters responds to Trump's comments with taco trucks. We'll show you how they use the trucks to make a statement.
Plus, drones. Are they getting involved with traffic accidents? What the state may be planning for the future of drones.
Live from the ABC7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Vargas. I just want to mention that it is Little Friday. Have we talked about that yet?
It's Little Friday, but it just palls in comparison to the fact that it's your final day. I told you, Norm tunes in right about now. My buddy Norm from the gym. He's like, Don, I really can't get over that Rebecca's leaving. I can't.
That's how he talks,
I'm really
Norm.
sad. He is. He's like a guy out of the 50s, you know, like from.
That's sweet.
Yeah, he's like, but he said he was. He's just shaking his head. He goes, I'm really despondent.
Oh, I'm gonna miss everybody. Makes me sad. I want to see her dance before the end of the show. Before the end of the 6 o'clock.
For your going away, I will do the little dance.
Thank you.
Absolutely right. But I'll tell you what, we're all going to miss you mightily. So it's going to be a sad, kind of a quiet morning here in the newsroom.
We'll have fun.
Yeah, it's going to be somber.
We'll soak it all in today.
Somber. We're all going to be crying tomorrow.
And we'll all be showing up on your doorstep over the weekend for a little Miami fever.
Yeah.
Some nice, pleasant weather again today. I think a lot of sunshine around. Little in the way of any kind of rain chance. Got some scattered showers down around, guess where? Miami.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, weather's much better here. Anyway, we're looking at a lot of sunshine around for the afternoon. Daytime highs will top out in the upper 80s, and as we head into the weekend, some cooler weather arrives. We'll talk all about that in a second.
Yes, for those of you who don't know, Rebecca is leaving. Today is her last day. She'll be taking a job in Miami. And speaking of traffic, Rebecca, there's a lot of traffic in Miami. You may want to reconsider and think here. Suncoast is good. Right now, especially, roads are looking good. Even in Miami at 5 a.m., it's traffic. But here, everything is looking good, moving along. No problems in Manatee County. And in Sarasota County, everything is moving along there as well, knock on wood. Everybody's driving safely for your last day, Rebecca.
Oh, good. Well, it is going to be hard to get through this day without someone asking you what you thought about the presidential debate. It was the final one after all, and who you think won?
Who was the final person standing? I didn't know if anybody was going to be left standing, but a new poll out overnight shows the majority of Americans thought Hillary won the debate. 52% of those polls by CNN and Opinion Research Corporation said Hillary Clinton was the winner. 39% felt that Donald Trump was the clear winner. More than 54% of the people polled said the debate would have no influence on their vote because they've already made up their minds.
And for a recap on last night's debate, ABC's Maggie Rulli has the story from Washington.
In yet another debate filled with more memorable moments, a basic foundation of democracy steals the show.
Do you make the same commitment that you will absolutely, sir, that you will absolutely accept the result of this election?
I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
Well,
okay?
Chris, let me respond to that because that's horrifying.
The night quickly turning personal.
Such a nasty woman.
Mr. Trump's face.
He's unfit.
But the two candidates did start things off by talking policies, from abortion and immigration.
We have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
He started his campaign bashing immigrants, calling Mexican immigrants rapists and criminals and drug dealers.
To foreign policy, Clinton calling out Trump's relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
He'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
And not letting him off the hook for his controversial statements and actions regarding women.
He goes after their dignity, their self-worth. And I don't think there is a woman anywhere who doesn't know what that feels like.
To which Trump offered a blanket denial.
Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody.
Trump then accusing Clinton of what he called criminal acts, like deleting emails and questioning the value of her experience.
But it's bad experience because what you've done has turned out badly.
Clinton fires back with her own line on experience.
And on the day when I was in the Situation Room, monitoring the raid that brought Osama bin Laden to justice, he was hosting the Celebrity Apprentice. So I'm happy to compare my 30 years of experience.
The debate was Trump's last chance to confront Clinton and try to regain some momentum as the latest polls show Clinton pulling away with the lead. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
A group of Las Vegas workers wanted to give Donald Trump some food for thought during his stop in the city, so they lined up a half-dozen taco trucks to form a wall, a proverbial wall, outside the Trump International Hotel in Vegas. Some protesters chanted, "Dump Trump and make America great again, start here." The rally was organized by the Culinary Workers Union, and it's adamantly anti-Trump. The union represents more than 50,000 workers in Nevada. The Trump Hotel is one of the very few on the Las Vegas Strip that does not have union-negotiated contracts for its workers. In controversy this morning, in Florida's voting process, the state's Democratic Party wants a federal judge to allow people to cast a ballot during early voting, even if their registration has not been verified. State officials warn it could create chaos, and with early voting beginning in some counties on Monday, Democrats say some election officials have told them they won't be able to verify all the new registrations in time. The registration deadline was extended by a week because of Hurricane Matthew. Tens of thousands of Floridians registered to vote during that period.
Oh, wow. Well, think about this during your commute this morning. There's talk in Tallahassee about getting drones to watch over accident scenes.
I think that might be good, so you can give people on-the-spot time when things are happening. Some say it would be helpful, but others say the technology could be misused. ABC 7's Ray Collins investigates.
We all know how it feels to be stuck in traffic due to an accident. But some highway officials think that using drones can help sort these out faster.
It just provides so many more tools to get a quick view from the air.
Andy Graber works for a fast-growing drone company in the Gillespie Park area of Sarasota. He admits he's biased, but he believes drones can help manage traffic accidents.
It would give you the opportunity to see maybe where that accident happened, where you need to shut down or move traffic because of that you just couldn't see from the ground.
But some say not so fast.
Anytime we're talking about government surveillance, it raises a whole host of privacy concerns.
Andrea Mogensen is a Sarasota-based attorney who does work with the American Civil Liberties Union. She says drones, even for interstate traffic tie-ups, raise questions.
Is the material going to be photographed? Is it going to be recorded? Is it going to capture areas that are private, such as residential backyards, residential homes, things of that nature, where people who are uninvolved, who have an expectation of privacy, that they can sunbathe in their backyard, in their fenced-in backyard without being observed, are suddenly subject to governmental surveillance.
3 years ago, Florida banned law enforcement from using drones for surveillance and evidence gathering. Meantime, back in Gillespie Park, where workers are mailing out drones as fast as they can package them, Graber says drones for accidents is a good idea as long as they don't fall in the wrong hands.
But I don't think the tool is the issue. It would be the person using it.
Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Also in the state of Florida, the Centers for Disease Control has now issued a new advisory. They're now recommending Zika testing for all pregnant women who recently spent time in Miami-Dade County, as infection during pregnancy can lead to severe birth defects. Miami-Dade County is unique, being the only area in the U.S. where mosquitoes have been continuously spreading the virus since the summer. Here on the Suncoast, the State Department of Health has confirmed one more travel-related case of Zika in Sarasota County.
The Cleveland Indians last appeared in the World Series in 1997. It was a Game 7 heartbreaking loss to the Florida Marlins, and they haven't won a World Series since 1948, but that pales in comparison to the Cubs, but we'll get to them in a minute. Yesterday, the Indians shut out the Blue Jays in Toronto 3-0 to win the American League pennant, and they are headed to the World Series. The celebration went from on the field and into the clubhouse, champagne included.
We always said that if we could do it with this group, it would be so special because this is as close to a family feel as you can get in a professional setting. So for that part of it, it is beyond feeling good.
The Cubs said 1948, that's nothing. We haven't been in the World Series since 1908. The Cubs trying to pull even with the Dodgers last night in the NLCS. They had been shut out for the two previous games, but last night they brought their hitting shoes. Addison Russell and Anthony Rizzo both had been slumping in the playoffs, but both of them homered. They combined for 5 RBIs, which was enough alone to beat the Dodgers last night. The Cubs win 10-2. Game 5 is tonight. The series is tied at 2, and they haven't won a World Series since 1908. And our new news director, Jennifer Hardy, says, to paraphrase, 108 years is not long enough for the Cubs. Oh. She's a Cardinals fan, and she despises the Cubs.
Oh. Well,
she may get her wish.
Email is jhardy@aol.com if you have any complaints.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just kidding. Does AOL still have a .com?
You know what? I don't even know. That dial-up? Oh, goodness.
Dial up.
Remember, you have to wait forever? Oh, goodness. Where did this go?
I want that sound as my ringtone. We have some cooler weather coming. We'll talk about that in just a second.
And do you like your coworkers? Well, the answer to that question might impact your health more than you realize.
Oh, I'm so glad that I love you guys. We'll find out why you might need to be a little nicer in the workplace this morning coming up.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's at FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories, from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we're looking at an air temperature coming in now at 70 degrees with the dew point comfortable at 63. Northeast wind continues at about 5. Some of the drier air aloft filtering down to the surface, bringing us these pleasant enough dew points, but certainly nothing like what we're going to see over the weekend. A lot of starry sky out there. It'll be a blue, sunny sky when dawn breaks on the Suncoast. 67 degrees, Wauchula, 68, Arcadia, Mayaca coming in at 67, so is Bradenton, Parrish, Punta Gorda, 69 in Northport, 71 in Inglewood, 70 in Venice, and 72 degrees out at Longboat Key. Across the peninsula right now, there's just a lot of clear sky. We had some cloud cover out here in the Atlantic, kind of part of the circulation that surrounds the low pressure area that is continuing to be monitored for tropical development out by the Bahamas. But this cloud cover slung back in this direction may at times bring us a bank of clouds across the Suncoast. A much thicker bank of clouds all the way along a frontal boundary that stretches from New England down through the central Great Lakes and back into Texas. This cold front has some significantly cooler air back behind it. And while today, again, parts of the eastern seaboard as well as the Ohio Valley on up into the northeast and deep south will have abnormally warm temperatures, 10 or 20 degrees above average temperatures. In about 24 hours, they'll have about a 10 degree below average temperature as that front moves toward the east. So, significantly cooler air back behind it, triggering off showers and thunderstorms all along this front, some of them strong, sinks southward. High pressure is displaced. The low pressure area out of the Bahamas lifts north. Possible development down the road, but right now it's gone from an 80% chance to about a 50% chance of developing. Upper level winds still not conducive for this system to gain any kind of tropical characteristics, but we'll watch it. In any event, as it lifts north, it'll bring rain showers to the eastern seaboard and maybe some heavy surf as well. Could end up being a big weather maker for New England down the road. And then this frontal boundary approaches, moves through here Friday night, maybe triggers a shower or two, but more importantly, when you wake up Saturday morning, you will notice a distinct, cool, crisp feel to the morning air. It'll be lovely. And then by afternoon, plenty of sunshine, low relative humidity, and daytime highs in the upper to mid 70s. So nice weather all straight through the weekend. Today, though, mostly sunny, still dry, and another warm afternoon. We hit 90 yesterday, coming in at about 5 degrees above average, and we'll probably get pretty close to that again today. Some of the showery activity trying to make it onshore from Fort Pierce southward down through Miami. These showers have a tendency to kind of fall apart as they make it onshore, and we remain dry throughout the morning commute. I think even the afternoon commute, if you see any showers around, they'll probably be closer to Wauchula and Arcadia than they will towards Sarasota and Bradenton. There's our area of low pressure still spinning around, lifting north. Hard to even see where the center of circulation might be, isn't it? Well, it's far removed from any kinds of cloud cover as the clouds are being pushed well away from the general area of low pressure. Nothing really formed yet, although water temperatures are still plenty warm to do that. We have temperatures that are in the mid 80s. Maybe the next cold front will cool things off a little bit down there. If it does, that would be nice, as we still have another month left in the hurricane season. Northeast wind comes in at about 10 to 15 today, becoming a little calmer during the overnight. That'll bring a moderate chop for most of the day's boating activities. And over the course of the next several days, Saturday, despite sunshine and fair weather, will be a little bit breezy out there. Maybe even a small craft exercise caution or small craft advisory may be issued. And then on Sunday, continuing with the fine weather, low relative humidity extends into next work week. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roads this morning. Right now out of Palmetto, looks like there's just a little hot spot on the Green Bridge just as you come over south into Bradenton. Nothing to slow you down too much, though. Right now, 301 picking up in volume just south of State Road 70. The interstate, is clear right now. As you head into Sarasota, looks like 41 is a good go, and the arteries out to 75 are clear at this point. As you head into South Sarasota County, still not seeing any accidents this morning, so we are accident and delay free all over the Suncoast. Well, is the presidential election drama stressing you out?
Oh my God, I've chewed my nails down to the quick. Look.
Down to the quick. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, you're not alone. Clearly, you're not alone.
No, the study indicates that more than half of Americans have reported feeling stressed from the prickly tone of the U.S. presidential election, though we tend to gravitate towards the viewpoints of people that agree with our own thoughts, regardless of how nasty the attacks can get. That's right. That's why people cheer when Donald Trump gets really nasty with Hillary and vice versa. And researchers found that while most people's brains want to go into defense mode when they are attacked, we can sometimes overly defend ourselves.
But maybe for some segments, individuals who are attackers may delight some constituents who have that same feeling. And so I think the person that we tend to empathize with the most, or who's in line with our view the most, is going to be favorable to us kind of no matter how they conduct themselves.
Experts advise anyone who is feeling stressed out by what they're seeing or hearing should try to take a break from the negativity, do something positive, and do things with family and friends instead, with a ban on political talk. Hear, hear. Now, if you love your coworkers, you could have better health than those who don't. That's according to a recent study. The study found that good relationships with your coworkers could have significant positive impacts on your health. Researchers analyzed data from 19,000 employed people. It covered a wide range of jobs, including service industry jobs, sales, and the military. They found that those who identify strongly with their colleagues or with their employer have a lower risk of burnout, connecting on-the-job social links with both psychological and physiological health.
Anyone looking to improve their health may want to consider adding more whole grains to their diet, as a new study found a connection between whole grains and lower blood pressure. The study found whole grains can lead to a reduction in diastolic blood pressure, which is the lower number in a blood pressure reading. They said this is important because it's the strongest predictor of heart disease risk and death from a cardiovascular event for folks under the age of 50.
The one that was different for the whole grain compared to the refined grain by a substantial amount, actually, in terms of diastolic blood pressure, was this measure of blood pressure that is the pressure associated with the relaxation of the vessels. We have a lot of room for improvement, and that improvement could improve your cardiovascular profile and reduce your risk for disease.
People of all ages can help reduce their risk for heart disease by paying attention to nutrition labels and by eating as many whole grains and natural foods as possible.
So let me get this straight. You watch a debate, then just go eat some whole grains and you won't be as stressed out as you thought you would.
Maybe.
Blood pressure will come down.
I don't know.
And if you like your coworkers. See, if you love your job, you never work a day in your life. That's where that comes from.
Say.
You like your coworkers, you like your job, you like a little pep in your step every morning when you wake up.
There you go. I love working with you too, so that makes me happy. Well, stay with us.
I'm gonna cry. We'll be right back.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Fit for $149 or Civic just $169 with no down payment. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by Gulf Coast Honda.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota. Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord or CRV for $179 with no down payment. Your choice, just $179. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
I don't know if you know this, but Halloween is just around the corner, and America's favorite trick-or-treat candies, what are they? Can you guess? Well, a recent survey of over 40,000 people nationwide found that Reese's Peanut Butter Cups were the most popular. In fact, the Peanut Butter Cup was one of only 3 candies to be voted one of the top treats by every single U.S. state. The others, Kit Kats and Butterfingers. As for the Halloween candy that topped the most states, it's none other than candy corn. 5 states, Oregon, Wyoming, Tennessee, Texas, and South Carolina, said candy corn is best. For Florida, and particularly Nestle Crunch was voted for the favorite here in Florida. But candy corn has always been annoying to me.
I do not like
I like
the
chocolate.
taste
That's
of
why.
it. Chocolate is my favorite. I think that's why you like chocolate too.
I love it. You cannot beat a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, unless, of course, it's having you in the anchor seat next to us.
I'm gonna miss you guys so much. I don't even know what to say. I'm
Don't say
leaving.
anything.
For those that didn't know, I am leaving. Today is my last morning on Good Morning Suncoast. And if you only watch the 5 o'clock hour, this is my goodbye to you. But thank you for being such incredible viewers and waking up with us. We truly, people ask me on the street, you know, do you guys even like each other? Do you really get along? And it's true. We're like a family. John is like a dad. Don is like my brother. You both are like my brothers, really. I love you both. You've made my entire experience here. I've been here for 3 years. There's really nothing like your first place that you work, and I've learned so much, and I'm going to miss you all very much. So it is 5:56. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for our next hour. We'll say goodbye one last time.
The celebration is heating up, and the prices just keep getting better during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or check out the stylish new Jeep Renegade starting at just $16,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Patriot for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.